I'm Zach the Mothman Daggy, and this is Midnight Spookshow, your online source for all the horror news, reviews, and interviews that you can scream at. Now, for this edition of Midnight Spookshow, it is another film being thrown in the vault. The vault, of course, being the film selections that I have chosen to represent the must-watch films of the horror genre. So if you're wanting to be a horror genre expert, these are the films you need to check out. So the film entering the vault for this edition of the show is From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, From Dusk Till Dawn is a film by Robert Rodriguez, the guy behind The Faculty, Sin City, Planet Terror, and most recently Machete. It stars George Clooney of ER fame, as well as such successful films as Michael Clayton and The Men Who Stare at Goats. Men Who Stare at Goats, by the way, awesome film. Check it out if you can. And it also stars Quentin Tarantino doing one of his rare lead acting roles. Tarantino is more famously known for, of course, his spectacular directing in such films as Inglourious Basterds, Kill Bill, and Pulp Fiction. Also in the film is Harvey Keitel of the films Red Dragon, Pulp Fiction, and one of my favorites, Reservoir Dogs. And also in the film is Juliette Lewis, an actress who was huge in the 90s and more recently has kind of fallen by the wayside. You would have seen her in Cold Creek Manor, Natural Born Killers, and more notoriously from Cape Fear. Now, the plotline of this film is two escaped convicts played by Clooney and Tarantino are on the run from the police and trying to get across the U.S. border into Mexico. And along the way, they hijack a family in their RV and attempt to make it to a hideout meeting place to basically start their lives over. And this hideout meeting place is on the surface a strip club, in reality a vampire's nest. Now, what you're going to hear me say next is something I thought I would never say. That this film was excellent until the vampires showed up. Basically, this film has two halves. The first half is your crime noir type Pulp Fiction film. In fact, I'm not sure if this film was before or after Pulp Fiction, but it's got some definite Pulp Fiction vibes. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with Tarantino's involvement with the film, along with Rodriguez. Both of them have some very similar styles. And that part of the film really, really worked. When the vampires show up, it kind of starts becoming a campy film. But the reason I'm still throwing the film in the vault and recommending it is because the vampire scenes, for its time, were really unique. It was a good blend of horror and comedy and campiness. It kind of reminded me a lot of Fright Night, that kind of vampire type campiness. But I mean, they do a number of things really well. The first of which that I give them major kudos for is nobody really doesn't know that it's vampires. When the killing starts, they see blood drinking and all that. Vampires. They immediately know to stake them and all of that jazz. And it really, really works. Although I will say one scene that did not work for me is the miracle closet. There's a scene in the film where they're hiding out from the vampires in this storage closet. And in that storage closet are supplies left behind from previous people that have come through with their trucks and such. And, once they're killed, they gotta do something with the trucks and their supplies. So it all goes in the storage closet. But the thing is, the storage closet has everything you could possibly need to kill a vampire, including objects that will fit together to make ultimate vampire slaying weapons. This is a clear case of Deus Ex Machina, or God out of the machine. Basically, too coincidental. This is like, instant miracle to save these people, when it doesn't make sense why vampires would have a crossbow in there. I've heard of trucks shipping a lot of supplies and stuff. Crossbows tend to not be something that you would ship in bulk. That's my opinion anyway, so a little too campy in that regard. That said, I think they did an excellent job of making a different type of vampire. The vampires in this are monstrous. These aren't, just sprouting fangs and maybe use some contacts to make their eyes different. No. And these vampires are almost these reptilian bat-like things. Now, don't get me wrong, they can get themselves to look human, and good-looking humans at that. I mean, Salma Hayek is a vampire. But the unique take of monstrous vampires before 30 Days of Night was released really kind of works for me. And it makes it take on almost a Night of the Living Dead type feel. Mixed with the Thing, because when people turn in this, they turn fast. So that really works. It's the fear of being bitten and all that. And so because of all this and the uniqueness of it, when it was released in the 90s, I think it's a must-watch film. For vampire enthusiasts as well as horror film buffs. So check it out. It is available on DVD, of course. I've got a link to it in the notes for this episode. Available at spookshow.tv. And until next time, I'm your friendly new media mouse man, advising when watching great horror films. Be sure to turn it up and turn out the lights. Cheers.
So running out of daylight, running towards the moon. Running out of daylight, running towards the moon.
This episode of Midnight Spook Show is brought to you by Pet Meds. If you're looking to take care of your furry friend, Pet Meds has you covered. They have some of the leading products, be it pet supplies or medications, and they'll deliver it straight to your door, and you can save 10% on your next order simply by going over to 1-800-PetMeds.com/midnight. And yes, indeed, Midnight Spook Show is proud to be a paid affiliate of Pet Meds.